I know.
I don't hear it.
I don't either.
Quiet for right now.
That was me.
But Nathan,
Gotcha.
she got quite the stare over there. Like, wait, what's that?
You still in my shine over there, right?
Oh, thank God. And of course, Nathan Lowe, the Indy Dog Whisperer, here as well. And Nathan, you chatted with owner Nicole a little while
did.
before, and of course, Miss Inga, but they've made improvements.
They have made improvements, and just so we're clear, Inga's reason for whining now, we had last time the issue was she's whining at home all the time.
Yeah.
So we gave some tips. How has it gone at home?
Better, because you're training me really to train the dog. And so like when we went to a walk is a good example. She would whine at people like, come play with me, come. They won't say hi to me, and I'd just be like, oh, what's the matter? And now I'm like, hey, be quiet and keep walking.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Your energy's informing her.
Yes.
Here, and I don't know, Dave, if you can do a sweep shot of what Inga sees here. There is so much hubbub happening around the studio. There's these three jokers over here. There's this going on. There's staff. There's everybody around. There's production people. So from her point of view, she stopped whining at home. But this is like all of this. So this is a situation where we adapt the dog slowly. We start him at home, quit whining at home, and she's in the deep end right now with everything that's going on. So what did you learn about what you had to change for you?
My habits, I needed to quit playing into her, just being like, oh, oh, my poor baby. No, it's like when we were on the couch and she was whining, I got up and left the couch. And she's like, well, I have nobody else to whine at now, so I guess I'll quit whining.
Right.
Because there's nobody to whine to. And last week working in the office, I wasn't so much focused on her and her needs. I'm like, I'm doing my work. You lay down, you do your thing.
Yes, that's exactly right. So really, what was it like, and one thing I was going to ask you, what was it like to have to shift that feeling of, oh, my baby bit, to more of was that a difficult transition at first?
Yeah, she's my baby girl.
But even how you're saying it now is different. So,
yeah.
She's my baby. You said, she's my baby girl.
She's my baby girl.
See how calm she said that? So that, and then, there's a couple more things, Nicole, to bear in mind. I just wrote a couple more notes. As you found out, it's us, not the dog.
Yes.
Right? It's mostly us that feed this. So a whiny dog's usually responding to our energy. In this case, she's responding to the energy of the studio, because she's a little bit in the deep end, like I said. But if you handle whining in a canine way, they ignore it, or if it gets really loud, they'll correct it. And that's what you've learned to do.
Yeah.
Also, project adventure versus fun for them. So what you don't want to do is say, we're going to go and do the blah.
And I do that. I'm guilty of that.
Right.
Are we going for a walk?
Right. So we're going to have fun. Instead, make an adventure like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go here. Are we this? Let's go.
Yeah.
It's all business, right? And that's when a dog gets in a zone more. The whiny thing can even come from you exciting them to expect something.
Yes, and I do that with the walk thing, but now it's more like, hey, let's go exercise.
Exactly.
Let's go walk off that crazy.
Exactly. You want to create focus instead of anticipation.
Yes.
That's the key. And then lastly, love enough to disconnect when needed. And I know you learned to do that. It's tough for people, but it really does help them at home, as you have found out.
Yes.
Disconnect when needed, and that helps them calm down if they get excited.
Yes.
So overall, what have you learned from this experience, would you say, about your need for change or her need for change, and how these have played into each other?
Oh, I've just learned that, yeah, she's my dog, but it's like I can't baby her. She's it's more like she's a coworker, not my baby. I have to
yes,
be more. And she was so good. I had a party. I had 20 women there, and she was just the life of the party. She played with everyone, and she didn't whine.
Wow.
But it's something else too. I have a friend staying with me, and she whined, and the first thing she did was gave her a hug. I'm like, no, we don't do that.
That's right.
No,
not till she calmed.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, Nicole Clark.
Yeah.
A whole new Nicole Clark,
yes.
And working on a whole new Inga. And Randall, I think we got to work on you with your whining now.
Now we got to work on my whine now.